Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video, and few days back I created this fire scene in UE4 Niagara and using sequencer also, and today I will create a breakdown of this whole scene, how I created these all elements and how I placed these here. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, and if you like this video, please share and comment. And thanks for watching this video, and let's start this tutorial.
CGHOW. CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So this is my scene and this is my sequencer, this is camera and this is out of camera. So you can see how I have placed all my elements here. Let me show you in full screen. So here I have a camera. If I select it, you can see the original preview here. After camera, first I have these little frames and some embers that is very close to camera, so these are just going through the camera and defocusing. Then I have this rock on ground, these rocks, and here I have this character, and this character is also holding a sword with rocks. Then these fire emitters with embers and distortion you can see. Then this big character that I downloaded from Mixamo, and it has this eyes effect linked with both eyes. Then I have this ring effect which is behind the character, and this is camera facing sprite, so from this angle it looks like it's behind them, but if you see like this, it is not like aligned, but because I'm working on camera, so this is my camera. After this character I have again some rocks just to make the scene. From camera you can see there are lots of rocks, although all the rocks are not visible because of this fire covering whole scene, but I placed because before fire I set up the scene, then I placed the fire. So this is how it looks, and mainly I have effect here, the fire and the eyes and this ring 3 effect. So you can see here I have this camera, this is my resolution. Then I have this character which I downloaded from Mixamo, and I'll show you. Let me show you both animation. So this is the name idle anim, and from Mixamo this is the character I downloaded. I use the Mannequin character, and then for the second character this is what I downloaded, and this is also orc idle anim from mixamo.com. So these are two animation I'm using. Then these two are placed here, and then I have this eyes effect linked with character. So here you can see, you need to just click here, attach, choose your character, then it will ask you the bone and you need to choose the bone, and here I have choose the head bone. So this eyes effect is linked with the head, and if I open this eyes effect, this is how it looks. And this is very common eyes effect. I use all my Mannequin motion poster, and I have already shown you this, how to create this from scratch. You can, if you follow me. So in this one, this is just glow, in this one it's trails. So in this one I am spawning 50 particles. I have also camera offset. Then I am using Torus location, and here multiplying execution index with 0.5, so these are exactly in front of each other. So if I decrease the size, like this is 15 and 20, let's make it 2 and 2. Now you can see both particles, and with this torus I can increase the radius, so the distance between them will increase. So it is 5, and if I make it 1, it is the same point. If I make it 0.2, it will start moving along this 5 radius. So 0.5 is exact the half of radius, 180 degree. So one is on 0 and second is on 180 degree. means the opposite of this. And I'll make again 15 and 20 this, and that's it. It's just fading the alpha. It has this bright orangish color with some randomness here. Then I duplicated this emitter, and these things are same, just added the point velocity. So if I turn this off, and you can and turn off the this thing also, forces. So this is the same thing in this emitter, so it is at just a glow, but now I'm using point velocity from the center of these both. These are just moving away from the center. Then I have some curl noise, so moving randomly. Then some gravity upward, so these are always going upward. So this is how I created this eye. After I have this fire that I am duplicating 2-3 times and placed here. So I just open first, and this fire, if you want to see how to create this type of stylized fire from scratch, you need to just go to my YouTube channel and search here fire, and you will see I have used this stylized fire here. This is 18 minutes tutorial, and I guess I have used this also somewhere. This is the same, and this is also the same. So because I have used this same fire multiple times, so you can see, watch those tutorials for better understanding. And this is old version of Niagara, that's why I have some issues here, but we can just ignore them for now. So in this one I have these flames. I am spawning 30 particles. Here I have a specific material and velocity aligned. In material, this is instance, and this is how it looks, and in parent, this is my fire material. So basically I have a gradient, then I have power, and with power I can control. Here you can see power value 0.08. I'll copy this and paste it here to set it default. Then I have add, and I'll preview this and see what add value I have. I'll copy this and paste it here also. Okay, so basically I have a gradient, this one, and these properties just controlling the width and the height of this. Then I'm adding this noise on this, and then subtracting a gradient, so you can see how it looks. Then I'm powering this texture, so I have a control with dynamic parameter, and then multiplying these together. This is how it looks. It's going to opacity mask, and here I have again a texture which is panning, clamping it, and this is multiplying with emissive. So that's why here I have this variation of dark, and see per particle it has some variation because I am multiplying this texture. If I just directly connect it, it will very flat. So this is how it's okay. And for a scratch tutorial, you should watch those fire tutorial from my channel. Then I have this dynamic parameter, and I have the random tile. I have here a parameter that is connected here. And if you are working in a latest version, you should not actually you can just randomize your things here. It will give you option whether you need to use randomization in spawn time or per frame. But this file is from an older version of Niagara where you cannot randomize in particle update. So you need to make the variable in spawn, then you need to connect here if you want randomization in spawn. That's why this is all file. So if I use 0.5 and 1, and I can just reset this and make this uniform. See, this option is now we have in latest Niagara systems. I think after 4.25 this option we have, or maybe 4.26. So now 0.5 and 1 I can put here. Okay, so these you do not need to create these here. Then for erode, I have this curve to eroding. You can see it's eroding over life, and then speed is also connected here, so random speed of panning. Then velocity, of course, this is the velocity direction, z and minus x, random x. Then cylinder location, and color of course from yellow to red to black. Then gravity is slightly on X, and particle or scaling with the speed, and this is dynamic parameter. Then I just duplicated this and just make some randomness, small, lower spawn rate and slightly going up, not on X. Then I have sparks. So in sparks I have a radial ramp, light connected here. Same behavior, spawning some particles, same velocity, same slender location. I have 2 velocity actually here. Then acceleration force, which is 0, so we can delete. Color of course bright yellow to red. Then some curl noise, drag, gravity on X, and also scaling with speed. Then distortion, so same duplicated version of this, just change the material, and this is my distortion material. This is using norm map and a radial. And last is again a flame, so just a duplicate version of first one, and you can see the difference. These are lower spawn rate, the size is lower, and these are going little bit up because it has life 3, maximum life 3. And then I again duplicated it, and just to add a fake glow in it, you can see I have this glow. I just changed the material to radial, and this has the same thing, yellow to orange to red to black, same velocity, same everything, just change this material to fill the glow. And I duplicated this fire to 3 times, and then I have this ring. So I have 2 emitter for 2 different ring, and in this I have just this ring, very simple material you can see, and just spawning one particle which has just spawned once and life is infinite, and it's just rotating. Then duplicated it and just scale down, change the material to normal ring, and it's also rotating. And in this one I have some offset, so these have some offset, you can see this. And then I have this sword, and this sword is again from my old tutorials. So if you see, this video has the same sword, and this video has the same sword. I just duplicated and used, although I'll show you. So this is sword, and here this sword is connected with the hand of this character Mannequin, so attached with the ideal character's right hand. So you just need to click here, attach, click to your character, then it will ask you the bone, need to choose the bone, right hand. Okay, so here in the first emitter I have just a simple sword mesh and this material. In this material, just take a texture coordinate, take the G upward, then invert it, power it, and multiply with 1000 black body, and then multiply again to make it more saturated and glowing. So it will work from top to bottom in any mesh. Okay, and that's why it's working here. And I have just rotated this 0.5, so by default it was upward. I have rotated it 180 degree, and this is just spawning once, one particle, life is infinite. Then I have these sparks coming from the sword, so here I am using this sphere and scaled it and aligned it to the position of this sword, and then I am spawning 50 particles. It has bright, this material, light connected, velocity random, some drag, some gravity which is random, some curl noise, and vortex, slightly rotating particle around, and particle is scaling down over life. So that's it, clear all thing. These are the effects that I used, and that's it. And altogether personally I like it, but some people commenting that there should be something different in this. So I agree with this, everyone has their own visualization, but personally I liked it, so that's why I created it. So thanks for watching, keep learning, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel CGHOW. Bye bye, take care.